My name is Marvin XFiles, aka Mr. Sexy Dad Hat on as if I coach Little League, and today I will be doing a review of Mortal Kombat. Dun, 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 dun. Now, this movie is about Outworld and Earthrealm. They are up in a tournament, and Outworld has 9 victory, and if they get one more victory, they get to successfully invade Earth Realm. Now they participate in a tournament. Now, that's the story. Very very simple. It isn't much to it. But our main protagonist is Cole Young. He is a MMA fighter, and he is a descendant to one of the Mortal Kombat characters. I was not impressed with Cole Young. He's a trash freaking character. He didn't do nothing in this movie. I was I was not impressed with any of his skills whatsoever, and they should have stuck with Liu Kang. He should have been our main protagonist. I never seen this guy in any of the freaking video games. He was nowhere. I know, and like me, I understand they tried to do something new, and like it failed. It freaking failed. This character is just he's a waste of time. He has no purpose. Just because he have a tattoo and he is a descendant of one of the Mortal Kombat characters, I'm like, what the heck? He was pointless. He was just a waste of freaking time. Now, these Earthrealm fighters have a tattoo, and and that means that they are Earth champions. Now you have Jax, and you have Sonya, and you have Kano, and you just have them, and they all have a tattoo. Now they have to unlock the Arcana, and they have to unlock their special abilities, and and then they kind of made it seem cheesy. I'm like, what powers? What the heck? And they just added up something to it to explain why they have superpowers. I was like, okay, but overall, man, this story, it moved very fast paced. Now, I am a newcomer to this Mortal Kombat stuff. Yes, I played the video games, but I never played Mortal Kombat for the story. I only played versus mode to beat my friends. So this story was hella fast paced, and I did not like that at all. It didn't thoroughly explain itself at times, and that for me was a freaking problem. It was a problem, and also the casting choice of Liu Kang and Cole Young and Jax were just terrible. Who approved of this? These characters cannot act, and how they look were just trash. Liu Kang, he didn't look buff at all. He was scrawny. I'm like, what's going on? And also the fighting. The fighting in this movie, the fighting choreography was just freaking trash. It was garbage. And the only good fights were Scorpion and Sub Zero. That was it. The rest was just straight up basura. I was not impressed, but I did like Kung Lao and Cabal. Those were my favorites in this movie. Everybody else didn't matter. Just garbage can. Just throw them in the garbage. Taking out the garbage, man. They were just trash. And I was very disappointed in this movie. It didn't have, in the dialogue, oh my god, the dialogue was trash. Jax, he was talking to Scorpion, and that shit was just, it felt flat, it felt outdated, it wasn't modern. I was like, what's going on here? is Jax? Is he up in the 80s or the 70s? What's up with this guy? He was a main problem for me, man. Uh, it was this movie. It fell short. It fell short, and I kind of overhyped this movie in my trailer reaction. I overhyped it. I really thought that it can break that game curse, and it didn't do it. It didn't do it. So every video game based movie is freaking trash. It's freaking trash. Cause it was just terrible. It fell flat. I didn't like these characters at all. I mean, I liked how they looked and and the things that some of them were doing, but it felt flat. It felt very flat. And me, I say, do not waste your time with this movie. I do not recommend this film. If I have to give it a grade, I would give it a D. A strong, bold, capital D. This shit was just straight up garbage, man. And they did Liu Kang dirty up in this. He didn't. He was just trash. He was trash. He was a novice. He seemed unexperienced. He wasn't he wasn't throwing hands like that. And I was like, what the heck? Uh, so Kung Lao, he was the only seasoned fighter out of everybody. It was only him, and he was my favorite out of this freaking movie. Um, it was just bad. It was terrible. I hated the story. The fighting was okay. It was decent at times, but everything else was just terrible. I didn't like any of the characters. It was a disappointment. This movie was a disappointment, and me, do not waste your time. My name is Marvin XFiles, aka Mr. Sexy. That hat on as if I coach Little League. If it don't got that X, that stamp, it isn't real. It isn't authentic. Two fingers. Peace out.